Hello everybody and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. We're all talking about how to level up our characters. It's the best.
Because Matt didn't level his up.
Well, we're starting the game. You gotta do these things between adventures. If you want to buy anything, do any downtime stuff, talk to me between adventure. I can do that for you. What are we talking about, you might be saying? We're playing Dungeons & Dragons Planescape. My name's Corey, I'm the Game Master, and these guys are my players. I have Howard playing Reese, I have Matt playing Geppetto, I have Sarah playing Iceling, I have Tarek playing Hyrule, and I had something in my eye. I really apologize, people. And I have Crystal playing Bronwyn. We're gonna do the 30-second recap real soon. How this works is, since this might be the first time you're watching us, that's fine. That's okay. You don't go back and watch the old ones, or do. That's nice. But you can pick this up wherever. I hope. Don't feel bad that you're coming in the middle. Never feel bad about that, right? I miss the old days of television where you could miss an episode and not be totally lost on what's going on. Juvie's in the comments. Hey, if you watch us live, you can talk to us live. Sup, Juvie? He is one of our patrons, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, 30-second recap. How this works is everybody just gets 30 seconds to basically say something about their character and recap what the adventure meant to their character, what their goals are, and things like that. I always start. I'm the Game Master, and I'm going to make sure that the broad picture is told. So, here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. And so these guys have joined up with, well, some of them have joined up with the Planeswalkers, but they're staying there for now. Their first assignment was to go find a guy and give him a message. His name was Orem, but he was in a part of the Endless Staircase that was all torn up by a demon. But they got the message to him, they got him back to the Planewalkers. But the Endless Staircase is a place where worlds come together. Like, well, not just worlds, but planes of existence. How you think or feel becomes an entire world, and they're all connected by this Endless Staircase. And now they're going to do a new mission.
Why couldn't it have been escalators?
Crystal. Go.
Hello, I'm Bronwyn Stonebreaker, a dwarven drunken master monk. Last time on Planescape, we met a mentally ill lady and her two sisters, and guided them to try to kill a demon who was way too much for us to take on. We still managed to save Orem, though.
You're done.
Tarek.
Okay, hello, I play Hyrule, the Sunscorched. I'm a human sorcerer. We were able to indeed save Orem, who rewarded us handsomely, each one with kind of a unique gift. I was given some gems worth many golds, which I have not spent yet, but maybe we'll use later for potential power, magic power. And we are now going to the Jingling City to investigate problems there.
You're done.
We were instructed about. We'll go with Howard.
So I play Riss. Riss is an Aarakocra, and he's looking to join the Society of Sensation, which means he has to do a crazy thing involving each of the five senses and bring those stories back. So that's currently his big goal. Beyond that, we already met Orem, and that guy's an idiot, but we can deliver the message, so we're done. I don't really care where we go from here, but I am curious about this staircase.
And
I guess I'm
you're done.
So, who hasn't gone yet? Sarah?
Yeah, I haven't gone yet. All right, so my character's name is Iceling Farrell. She is a halfling rogue assassin, and she ended up with the party by mistake. But after we rescued the wizard and she got some booty from it, she's now thinking this may be there might be some profit in. So she's good with staying with the party for a little while and seeing what happens next.
7.
It's everybody, right?
6. Nope.
No,
Nope.
Matt hasn't gone. And
Oh,
is
Matt.
Like, it's
Helen
really
joining
unusual
us
that I'm the
today?
last to go, but hey, I'm okay
Sorry,
with that.
We wanted to save the best for last, Matt.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. Thank you. So I play as Geppetto of the Ironwood. He is a druid forest gnome that decided to join up with this group, and he has discovered that there is way more to the world than just nature. It's nature upon nature upon nature upon nature. So he wants to see all the nature for himself. And I'm done.
Okay, well, 2 of y'all didn't use all of your time.
Where's Helen?
Oh, I'm just like trying to keep it nice, sweet, and short.
No Helen today. No Helen today. Unfortunately.
So she gets no inspiration.
We're going to move on to our patrons. We're funded by Patreon. These guys scrolling next to me, this direction over here, over there, over this way. Yes, that way. Those guys help me out with a little bit of cash every month, and it is super helpful. I want to thank them so much for doing that, and for doing it, they get our Flora Folio, which is a bunch of fantasy plants that you can use to flesh out your world, any world. And if one of my patrons asks me, I will make up new lore and new rules for their world that they put. Right now, we got like Dungeons and Dragons, like 5e fantasy stuff is all in there and ready to go. That is only available for my patrons. But if you're not a patron, you can go there and check out the stuff I've already done. This is Party Crashers. This is an adventure for Dungeons and Dragons. There are other adventures there. Go read them all free because I want you to know what you're getting into, to support somebody who's a creator who keeps putting out stuff. That's what I want to do. So go check it out. And let's finally get to the game. That's what we all came here for.
So who earned inspiration, Corey?
I give out inspiration at the end of the game. I give it out at the end of the last game.
Okay.
So
My bad.
Juvie, yes. Thanks for watching. I'm glad you are healthy, wealthy, and wild as well. So unless there is anybody who has any objection, we're going to kind of fast forward to you getting to the first location.
Okay.
Sure.
So-
We are cool with that.
Yep.
On the map to the Jingling City, you guys find that is a part of the endless staircase called the Dark Zone.
Lovely.
And as you get there, yes, it gets darker and darker and gloomier and gloomier. To the point where even those that have dark vision have trouble seeing.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not cool.
And those without dark vision are blind like a bat.
Yeah.
Does anybody have sources of light they'd like to use?
I have a torch.
Torches? A torch seems to push back the darkness for a bit. It makes it bearable and seeable.
Yeah.
But
I don't have...
as you get closer to your location, even that starts to dim more and more until you're put into total darkness, and you're feeling each step as you get closer to the door that leads to the Jingling City. Then,
Yeah. I don't have anything but torches.
Could fairy fire do something?
would you
Not
like to
only-
cast Fairy Fire?
Yeah, I can cast fairy fire.
All right, hit the button for Fairy Fire. Let me go grab my books, by the way.
All right.
Grab the books.
Did no one take the light spell? Well, actually, now that I think about it, only me and Matt
Whoops,
are
sorry about that. I hit my mic.
Okay.
casters.
Yeah, something else's.
Hold on, I accidentally hit that instead. So let me quickly
All right,
check.
you printed it. You printed it to the screen.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you need to do.
Okay, so what this does, you don't know what exactly what'll happen, but it just outlines people. You can try it, see if it'll help you.
Well, it outlines each object.
Yes.
It says.
And I assume as we're
creatures.
moving, at least we won't be surprised if any other creepy crawly guests want to make their surprise entrance.
Well, it only works on the immediate cast.
Ah.
So
Points
everything
and cubes
in
where
that
you target.
area that is within that area while you cast when it is cast is covered. But anything that wanders in after that won't be covered. But the spell, the outline will last on them for the duration.
Okay.
So we're all lit up.
Well, you don't know yet.
All right.
hasn't
So
cast it
let's
yet.
see. I'm trying to remember what I have to hit to cast it.
Oh, you just tell
It
me.
just happens.
Huh?
You just tell me.
Oh,
Yeah. And just remember to tick off the spell slot.
Yeah, click.
still
Tick off
have
the
no
se-
idea how to do that.
Just go to the spells and it says spells total, spells remaining. Just drop the spells remaining down by 1. That's it.
Ah, okay,
On
gotcha.
your level 1 spells.
So you have
All
one
right.
less level 1 spell for the day. And everybody can now see an outline of each other.
Well, at the very least, we can see each other.
So what color do you want it? It's got to be high end of the spectrum.
Blue, green, or purple.
Well, let's go with blue.
Okay, everybody
Like-
can see each other, and you're outlined in blue light. You
All
still
right.
can't see the staircase, so everybody's kind of like working down on it. But who's in front?
I'll offer to take the front. I'm the scout type person.
All right, Birdie's in front. Reese, you get to a point on the staircase where you feel like a curtain in front of you, but it's made of chain. A curtain of chain.
I pull it back a little and peek.
All right, you see light. Everybody can see light pours in.
Ah,
Ah, my face!
my eyes!
It is not like really bright light though. It is like a dank, like a dull light.
Oh, so it's gentle, essentially.
It's kind of like you've opened a curtain to like a 50s noir movie.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No.
I actually just figured it was the curtain to like a porn theater, you know.
So I'm smoking a cigar and saying meh a lot.
The air that comes out of it is very moist, very kind of oppressive feeling.
So humid.
Yes.
So porn theater still works. All right.
Wait, what did you say? I completely missed that.
Don't worry about it. Just know that it's moist in here.
You hear rattling of metal against metal. Not like an industrial sound, but more of like just chains in the wind. Like, yeah, that's exactly
Like
what it is.
The worst wind chimes.
The worst wind chimes ever, yes.
Creepy.
I kind of
Do they
hold my
jingle?
ears.
Is this a jingle city?
Ah. What is that noise? What do you see, Riz?
So you peek your head through, and you see a dark gray sky, and you see that this is some sort of tower that you're on. And the tower's floor and the railing are all made from chain. And what you see beyond it is a swamp that goes on for miles and miles to the horizon.
I look back and I relate that to everyone else. I don't know who's next in line. It looks like a lot of swamp, and it's kind of gross.
Well, we should begin our investigations then, no?
Well, at least
There
it's
are jingling
familiar.
chains. I'll go ahead and I'll pull the curtain the rest of the way back so they can all kind of see.
Okay. There doesn't seem to be anybody on top of this tower. But there is like a way down the tower.
Well, I guess we should pass through.
Yep,
I
Guess
will
this is
step
it.
through.
Okay.
it does seem to jingle.
You come out of the doorway onto this tower. And it seems the door is in part of the wall of this tower. And that it's kind of disguised as part of the wall because the entire wall is made of chain. And you can see, as you're now on the tower, that the tower, as you get closer to the edge, that you can see a sprawling city below you.
I look back. The city's down there.
The entire city, though, is made from writhing chain. And if you look up, you notice that the entire city is suspended by chain. To what you're not sure. The chains just reach up into the sky.
Do you
Wow.
see-
Well,
I let out kind of a surprised squawk at that. It's just,
do you see people, Reese? Is it populated?
Yes.
chains. The chains are alive.
Chains?
Chains. Lots of chains.
I can't hold myself back, so I'll kind of scurry through the doorway after Risk passes through.
yeah.
I'll get out of his way and just flap my wings so I'm not touching anything.
I wonder what
all
kind
weird.
of people
Through.
reside here.
Chain people.
This is a weird city. I
Are we
wonder
Chain
how it
held
works.
up by something in the sky?
So, what kind of people do we see?
Make a perception check.
They're Canadian.
Canadian.
Corey, I'm not looking for anything in particular, but I kind of want to get to an edge and try to look out. Like,
Yeah, you can make a perception check.
Perception. Oh, I don't know why I have advantage on.
I didn't want
got
to
a
step on
5.
anybody else's toes.
I'll take a gander as well. Oops.
I am taken in
Wow.
by the excitement of the moment, and
You're looking up at wondering what those
I
chains
was
are
gonna
connected
say,
to.
I'm too excited about what the chains are connected to up in the sky.
They just kind of like fade away into the oppressive overhead clouds.
How strange.
I like
There,
the description of the atmosphere.
you don't see a sun.
So, what does our perception check give us?
So,
Chains. Lots of chains.
Geppetto and Iceling,
Mm-hmm.
you both are looking down into the crowd, and there are humanoids there. Even Reese can tell that there are humanoids there. Most of them don't look human. They tend to have horns,
Do they look like demons?
and they're of different colors. They could be demons.
Oh, goody.
But they could be tieflings.
They could also be tieflings.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the chains. I'm more worried about the people that could potentially attack us.
You, Geppetto, you also see some sort of creature made of mist and smoke that kind of darts through one of the streets and disappears.
As Geppetto probably would not know what to make of it. It's like, is that like some sort of like pickpocket or something? He thinks to himself.
You do see,
But-
also, you do see, below you, this is a sprawling marketplace.
Ooh.
There are,
That has potential.
this town is like other towns, they have little districts, and the one below you is a marketplace. So, and it has the most diverse types of people in it. You notice as you get away from the marketplace that the people look more the same in those areas.
Shall we go check out the marketplace?
What a fascinating city. Of course. I'd love to make friends with whatever the inhabitants here are and find out what's plaguing this place.
Let's hope they're friendly then.
Oh, I have a certain way of finding my way into the cultures I stumble upon. Hopefully it will suit me well here.
Let's hope
They're
so.
big chain devils.
It could be chain devils.
Wow, even the architecture is supported by chains. I was gonna make that as a joke, but
The architecture is made of chain. Everything
Interesting.
here is made of chain.
even the
So,
food is made of chain.
So the things being sold in the marketplace are made of chain?
Delicious
You don't
chains
have-
of spaghetti.
You don't know that, you haven't been to the marketplace.
Okay.
Oh my god,
What's
that'd
the
be so
best
cool! Like
topping for
making like
pizza?
chain spaghetti. That's
Chain.
like oh.
Everyth's made of chain link.
This has got the best chain pizza down there. It's delicious. You gotta try it.
It's the best.
One link is pepperoni, one link is darn it, what was it? Cheese. The other is dough. And where's the sauce? I skipped out on the sauce. Oh, you monster!
Chip
Okay.
a tooth on a chain stuffed crust.
You can.
Really?
There are chain ladders and stairs that can get you down to the street.
Oh, I would probably
Let's
go ahead and
Head
climb.
down to the street. See
Yeah,
what's
I'll
there.
nervously walk down the chains, kind of unsure of how stable things are.
And
with the wings
Petal will
out.
announce, "Wow, it's no joke. This is literally a jingling city. I thought it was gonna be like a city of bells, but
Yeah,
James?
not what I was picturing for sure. I thought more
Hmm.
coins or something.
I was thinking of something quite more orderly than this, but I guess it does have a kind of order to it.
it's structured in a strange manner, but it's unique." Oh no, the dynamic lighting. Ah, take it away.
Dynamic lighting. Okay, guys. So
I'm
you
assuming
can
I'm not giving
see
Howard a piggyback
what
ride,
you can
or
see here on the
piggyback
street.
ride.
Now he's just probably perched on your shoulders.
Depending on where you go, I can tell you the sights that you see here on the streets.
Okay.
What do you guys
Should I
think
be
we
concerned
should
with the
do?
blood that I see in some of those puddles, or is it just rusted water?
Yeah, what is that?
Oh
can
my
see
God! Kitty! Kitty! No!
What is going on?
What happened?
I think
Knock
she knocked
down
over
my
some of the
nose.
figurines.
He's being dramatic. But yeah, we even put some double-sided tape up so that she wouldn't go in certain spots. And she skirted that by jumping up where she was okay to go,
Ah.
and then swatting down something.
Yes.
Well, cats love knocking things down. That's what they're all about.
Jokingly shout at your cat, "I will eat you." Don't make good on that threat, but they will not like it when you say it.
What do you think he is, Alf?
Oh!
I don't actually want you to eat your cat, but
Your cat's delicious!
you never know till you try it.
It's the
Alpha
best!
punch him in the
I
gut.
don't know what you guys are talking about.
And my cat scurries out of the room.
Well, I see this person.
Yep, that's a person.
Pretty clearly.
She looks to be a tiefling wearing plate mail armor. When you look at her, she looks right at you back.
She
I
spreads her
smile.
arms
She-
and says, "I have such sights to show you."
She raises her eyebrow just a little.
I give just a warm smile.
If there are no Cenobites here, I think I will be disappointed.
She'll nod at your smile.
I know. What are chains without Cenobites?
I will
And
slowly,
she'll beckon you over.
yeah, I'll slowly start to approach.
Okay, as you
I'm
approach,
gonna walk with him, like slightly behind him, and looking at him like, "Are you insane?"
y'all can get to around
Wait,
here.
where are you going? Hi, Raul.
Y'all
Right here?
can get to around here and stop.
Yeah, I was
Anybody who
basically
wants to?
thinking, we better not let him wander off on his own.
Yeah, probably not a good idea.
He's-
We should probably go
He's
with them.
basically
You know what?
a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have a token. There it is.
I like
And
making
also-
friends. What do I gotta say?
I can-
He's
What do
ruled
you
by
want me to
his
say?
hormones.
Also, what
We
is
gotta keep an eye on him.
I can
Alright,
hardly
alright.
see the Arakakra since he's gray and it's all gray here.
I
He's got
noticed that I was
natural
standing on top of him. I was
Yeah,
like, oops,
I see a
oops.
health bar.
Whoopsie.
That's really it.
Also, Corey, like, are we supposed to meet anyone at the Jingling City? I assume she might be the person.
We're just
No, we were supposed to
investigating
we were just supposed to investigate.
in general.
If I rem-
Well,
my notes, the notes I took said that we were supposed to. These places were being besieged. Taint was besieging these realms.
so
we're
we can go
supposed to go
talk to her and
investigate.
see if she knows anything about that.
That's exactly what I was gonna do.
Okay then, sounds like a good plan. Let's just stay together, okay?
Okie doke. What, you
So-
don't trust me?
No.
Like out of character, if you ask her about the taint, like I would laugh if she slaps Hyrule. It's like,
So,
and
tell
he's
me
like,
about
"Whoa,
your
that's not the taint I was talking about."
Hey, now that we're looking up at these, or looking at these people up close, are they devils? Because I would probably know.
Let me just give you a little description. I said y'all can get to this area, and I was going to give you something. So, here we go. As you get here, you hear this guy tell this person, "No more chain." A dark-eyed vendor growls, closing a curtain-like door fashioned from rattling links of metal. The night hag that was talking to him begins to cackle angrily, and she says, "I'll tear the chains from your little hut then." And she begins to, like, wrench chains out. But then, two men appear from around the corner, wreathed in chain from top to bottom. She eyes them, and she immediately settles down.
Do they have weapons of any kind?
Then she just kind of...
Apparently the city guard.
Then she slinks away this way.
Out of my way, short stuff.
Like, huh?
Oh, mean.
Like
And
I
they'll-
have no reason.
They'll
I have no
return.
reason to really care. So I'm like, yep, all right.
All right,
I'm out of your way.
she'll move on this way. This woman just continues to watch what you do, and expectingly, hoping you come on over.
Well then.
As for the devils, yes, some things look like devils. These things are definitely types of fiends. There's a fiend. There's a definite devil back here. There's a hellhound sitting right over there. There are little flying imps darting back and forth above the streets. So yeah, there is. If you want to know more exactly about these devils, you can make a a skill check of some sort.
That's specific. All right.
So,
Is it knowledge
that
religion?
Religion?
Sure, knowledge religion. Yeah, it's knowledge religion. But you have all of your favored enemy bonuses on this.
Right. And let's
Like
see.
I'm trying to remember what my bonus was.
Ooh.
Planeswalker.
Somehow
bonus.
I just know.
so if we don't have knowledge religion, we wouldn't have any idea what they are.
Like you could make a check. Sure, I'll let you make a check, but I'll give
Based
you
on-
less information than if you have like the skill.
Okay, so what should we roll then?
I'll
just
choose the 19
the skill.
over the 18.
Religion.
And you can tell me if you're trained in it or not.
I am not trained in religion, but I am trained in fields.
Yeah, so I'll give it to you. You'll get it.
Oh.
Oh, we're all really smart except Geppetto. He don't know stuff.
So Sarah,
I'm
you're
even
not
gonna bother rolling.
you're not
I'm
trained.
kind of.
I'm not. No, I just rolled a natural 20.
And Crystal, are you trained in religion?
Yes.
Okay. So what, Geppetto, are you trained in religion?
Nope.
Okay. What Reese and Bronwyn get are, like, this is a tiefling here. This is some sort of evil cultist. You're not sure. It's a human. There's just some sort of, like, human wizard over here, and this is another tiefling. But these guys...
Yeah, those pink things at the top.
Yes. These are
they
devils.
the fleshy blob ones? I hate those.
Yeah, these are devils. Known as Lemure.
Yep, they're the fleshy blob ones. I knew it.
They are the
was-
lowest form of demon. They're just they are big fleshy blobby things. Mortal souls that is twisted by evil and banished to the 9 hells from the eternity.
That was called a
They're like level 1 demons. They'll level up into something better later.
They are repugnant.
Into something better.
They are repugnant, shapeless creatures doomed to suffer torment until they are promoted to a higher form of devil.
Yep.
But
They actually have them in Planescape, the video game, too.
But Sarah, Iceling doesn't know what they are because they're too low on the totem pole for you to learn about it in Sunday school. This thing, however, let me shift click it. This thing, however, is a bearded devil. And it is a much higher and much more destructive form of devil, even though it is still considered a lesser devil. So yeah, they serve as, let me see, you wouldn't know that. They have pointy ears, scaly skin, and a long tail, and claws that clearly show its fiendish nature. They have snake-like growths that adorn their chin that can poison you. So basically it has a beard of snakes. And those things that were like the guards are called chain devils.
Go figure.
And they're also, like, they have the ability to just control chains. And some say that if you lost somebody special to you, that they may be reborn as a chain devil.
Really? Okay.
If they're not nice people.
Back here, these things... Whoops, they went off the board. There we go. I think only Crystal and Howard would know what these things are. Yeah. These are called Nutperibo. Nutperibo.
Oh,
Well,
Can you spell that since you're so bad at saying it?
I'll type it.
Paribo.
Of course.
Nutperibo.
I recognize the pronunciation just because of Napraptor from the Legacy of Kain video game.
They're a step up from the blobby dudes.
They are one step up. You know that these things are blind. They can't talk, they can't hear, they can't see. Their life is endless torment, endless suffering.
Are they a step down then? That
No,
sounds
they're
pretty
they are one step up.
That sounds pretty awful. They would be terrible members of the Society of Sensation.
Actually,
They'd be terrible members of what?
The Society of Sensation?
Oh.
They don't have any senses.
Like that sounds like
they
a really
make for
shitty promotion, if you ask me.
terrible sensates.
Actually, you don't know if they are lesser than Lemures. They might be lower, they might be higher, they might be adjacent. They don't have a place on the hierarchy, which is weird.
And they're not
Weird.
talking either.
Yeah, and they're not talking. They have some weird relationship with devils. They are definitely a devil, but the devils don't seem to recognize them in their hierarchy and their caste system.
Ah.
Which is strange.
Lemure, I always pictured Chet from Weird Science.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Sorry for being such a shit to you all these years.
So yeah,
So-
they're kind of a mystery.
Everything in here is devils, not demons.
Everything is devils, not demons. So if you know the
So-
infernal language, that could help.
If you want to make a deal and you have a soul, you can buy whatever you need.
Mind you, not everybody here is a devil, but most of them are. Oh, and there are imps. Anybody who made their roll, which is actually, I'll even give it to Geppetto. Geppetto knows what those are. Those are imps flying around. So, anybody, not everybody here is a devil. Most of these people are devils, but some are tieflings, and there are a few humans running around.
So do we all know that the chain devils can control the chains in the city?
I think you and I do.
Yes, anybody like Sarah, Bronwyn, and Reese all know that the chain devils can control chains.
Okay.
If they can
So-
see
That
them,
seems very
they can,
relevant.
Yes.
So,
Should that be information that we are privy to, or?
Those three are privy to, not you.
Well, I mean, like I'm asking the player or the players. So
So,
should the rest of our characters know
is
about
any-
this information?
Is anybody else nervous about the fact that we're in a city made of chains and there are chain devils here?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
not
Uh,
I'm more
really.
nervous that we're in a
But-
city full of devils.
My
Yeah,
character
that
does,
too.
So
That's where we were?
while they're kind of making all these revelations, my character just kind of, though he looks absent-minded, he's very alert. So he just kind of keeps an eye on that hag that walked by us, and then he turns back around and confidently just kind of strolls up to that tiefling.
All right.
All right, better
You
keep
didn't
an eye
even
on
make
him.
your roll, did you?
I said I was going to keep
Nope,
following
I didn't
him
even
as he
try
did
to
that.
make a roll. My character's not so worried about the situation he's in. He's more worried about finding out the information that we came here for,
All right, I'll follow along because it's
and maybe making a
we're
new
better.
friend.
We're better off in the group.
Yeah, best stick together.
I will
See-
get up about this close before I stop and say, "Ho, how have you been this day?"
Hey there, Ketta. Come on over here. I won't bite.
Sure.
Yes, you will.
Fine.
I'll walk up a little closer.
So, Bronwyn, you're next to this wizard, and he's like, I
You looking for
need-
death sticks?
I need the special reagents I can only get here. The diamond chain. And the guy says, nobody's making diamond chain anymore. You always have it. You know how much it costs a portal here? No diamond chain, don't know what to say. Nobody's making it. What the use is this place then if nobody's making it? What is the use of this place? Oh. So you walk up to this woman, and she says,
I'm loving it. Yeah, it sounded somewhat close to the jingle. I'm like, yeah, I gotta make a reference.
Is that wine
look-
or like cranberry juice?
you
This?
look like a
Yeah.
swine.
It's wine plus.
It's wine plus.
It's
plus
fine
is
wine.
better.
Is that like wine with nanites in it? Delicious
It's wine plus
oxidizing.
2.
It's wine plus
It makes
2 wine.
you drunker faster.
Yeah. It's wine
No,
intoxication.
I have a habit of putting juice and water in my wine.
Oh. I asked because I usually see you drinking out of those like little teacups, and I always think you're drinking sake, so I was like, it might actually just be like juice or something, or some kind of weird tea.
No, I do really like cranberry juice, and I also have tea that brews up a dark red. So,
Yeah.
fair question.
Okay, so the woman, as you come closer, she says, "You look like a buck out of place. First time the jangling hitter?"
Indeed. I am surprised by how intricate this place is.
Intricate is one way to say it. Yes, there's a lot to discover here. You have purpose here, or
Well-
can I interest you in something? I have a bit of chance.
What did you
If
say? A bit of
you-
what?
Bit of
Chalice?
chance?
I have a bit of chance if you have the time.
Well, we've just arrived. I don't see any reason to go scurrying off just yet.
Well then, make yourself at home. And when you have the time, come see me. And we might have a little adventure.
Sounds
But
like a
don't-
plan.
But don't make too much trouble here, or you'll have to pay for it.
Well, now that you mention it, I don't think we have any intentions on making trouble, but rather, we heard there might be trouble here that we might be able to help resolve.
Oh. What sort of trouble is that?
Well, I'm not sure the nature of it precisely. Why we're here to investigate. Do you happen to know of an inn or a tavern that I might go to?
You can stay at an inn here, I guess. Yes. And she'll describe to you an inn, but not many people come here anymore. The place has become a drag.
Where would you suggest as a local?
Well, if you're looking for information, if you're looking for that kind of chant, I could help you out. I know a great deal about the city.
Well, we could certainly use someone who has as much savoir-faire as you.
Allow me to introduce myself.
Some mic came up in Reese's throat when he said that.
I'm Baron.
Baron.
I'm. That's right. What's your name, Kata?
I'm Hyrule. Sun-scorched, I say as I stand kind of triumphantly and proud.
Fists on your hips. Chin
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Power pose.
Exactly.
Hold on, I gotta look up some Planescape slang here.
So yeah, I was wondering because I think this is the second tiefling that we've come across. So
Yeah, we
what is
found-
this Kata thing that I keep hearing?
Cutter isn't a tiefling term, it's a planescape term.
Ah,
I thought I'd tell you all,
And,
Cutter. Did I
yeah,
not?
Riss mentioned it the first
No.
game we played.
Oh, okay.
He called us all something different.
There you
Or
go.
he called us a cutter. Actually, he called me a cutter. No, he didn't call. No, he called us all. What was it? What was the term again?
Clueless.
Well, yes.
Well, that's actually a Planescape term also. It's clueless, then Bert, then Cutter.
Oh, I thought you called us Burks. You
Clueless
might have
is,
called
or
us Clueless.
Primer. Clueless and Primer are the same thing.
Primer. That's what you called us. You called us
Okay.
primers.
So what does all that mean?
Okay, primers are the clueless, are people that don't know anything about the planes because you're from the prime material plane. You're from a regular world.
Right.
The cutter is a experienced person who really knows what's going on, and a Burk is just like used like dude. Although sometimes it's used derogatively that way.
We are back. Okay, Okay, she says, so I could tell you a little bit, and there's no peel. You don't even need some jink. Because I'll need it, because like I said, I need a little help later. If you can help me out.
What kind of help?
If you can help me out, anything you need to know.
I'm
What
willing
kind
to
of
help you
help?
out.
So,
Seem like
this little berg is Jingling Hitter. It's...
everything
It's-
froze for me for a second. Sorry about
Oh,
that.
sorry about, yeah. Hold on. Let me just read a little more so I can get it correct. Ah, here we go. The ruler is a Polis wind screamer. An upper Batazu. A devil.
Devil.
But the real people here, probably the real people in charge, are these chitons walking around. You probably know them as chain devils. They're the enforcers. They're the law.
I will whisper into Hyrule's ears when she says that. They can also control chains.
So you best not cross them or you end up in the dead book.
Right. Well, what do we need to know not to get on their bad side here?
Well,
And there's no way, by the way, she didn't see me put my beak up to his head and like put a wing up there.
yeah. Just don't make any trouble. You can't kill anyone here because they think that's their job. So if you steal, if you kill, you'll end up in the dead book real quick.
Not anybody?
Well, I mean, you don't get caught.
Well, yeah.
But, they don't seem to care if you actually did it or not. They care more about keeping the order rather than keeping the law, if you get me. So, if you're a source of chaos, they will come down on you hard. There's not a lot of chaos here.
Makes sense. Seems quite orderly. Well, we're definitely going to need to find a place to operate out of, at least in the meantime.
Oh, you need a kit,
Exactly.
You think you're gonna be here that often?
Well, until we find out what's causing so much trouble here that we were sent along our way, we're gonna need somewhere to operate out of.
Okay. She says, I can take you to a place. And, she'll start walking down the street. She'll brush past you. Oh, I guess I'll use this one. She'll brush past you this way and move on down.
As she turns, I'll kind of turn around and look at the rest of the group and go, well, that was harmless.
So far.
What did you just commit us to? She asked for help later. You didn't even ask what kind of help.
Well, let's just say she seems like a helpful sort.
Thinking with the wrong head.
I mean,
You do me no justice.
Geppetto chuckles.
She'll come up this
Like
street.
with the.
We're gonna need friends in a new, strange place like this. Best to make friends early before we start making enemies.
All right, let's make haste.
I hope you're a good judge of character.
The best. I'm traveling with you all, aren't I?
That doesn't say a lot.
So it doesn't. She goes up a couple. She just goes up a block, and there's a door that she goes through, and there is an elf behind the counter with half of his face behind a mask.
Like Phantom of the Opera?
Ah, Scorpion.
Like Phantom
I
of
see.
the Opera. Yes. And you notice like half the hair of his like long elf hair is gone on that side.
I'll give him a polite nod.
Hello.
Hello.
Lofwin. They want a room. Well, I offer rooms. These aren't
Good.
troublemakers, are they? She shrugs.
No, of course not.
Gabarin, you come in here looking like that. Tell me that this is on the up and up, and no chitons are going to come in here looking for trouble. She shrugs
course not.
again.
We've only just gotten here.
Well, I need the money. Business is down.
I kind of lean
Of
over to Riss and
course.
say, "See, opportunity abounds."
Why is business down?
A gold apiece each.
Per night.
Per night, yes.
I'm gonna try to haggle with him.
Okay.
A bit steep, and he
It is
just
steep.
admitted that business is down.
It is
So-
steep.
Well, I'm not exactly sure how long our business will take here, but perhaps if we're willing to pay up front and purchase in bulk, ensure that you have some capital to go up with, perhaps we can find a more fitting arrangement, or
Make a persuasion check.
sure. $21.
Pretty good.
All right.
All right.
He says, all right. I do need the business. 7 silver apiece. I do need to make my costs.
Of course.
Which comes
I'll,
up to 35 silver total.
How much was that total?
35?
That would be 35.
35. I'll
3
cover
gold,
it.
5
Three,
silver.
that's three gold and 5 silver.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put it up front. I'll pull it out of my own bag. Oop. Drop it on the on the counter.
Thanks.
All right. He gives you a couple keys.
Be doing business with you. Turn around and I'll kind of divvy up some keys. I'll hand a key to Bronwyn, and I'll give one to Riss. And I'll put my arm around
But-
Geppetto.
By the way, each one of those keys has a silver piece deposit on it. So you technically spent 5 more silver, but if you give those key back, you'll get your silver back. So,
Okay.
like, you don't mark it off yet unless you don't return those keys, and then you mark off those silver.
Okay. So there was 5 keys then. I thought that we got like 3 keys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
tonight.
said a couple, so I was like, oh, I guess it's one for the men and one for the women.
Yeah. But if we got 5, then I'll divvy them out evenly.
Okay.
That's why I was putting my hat around Geppetto. I was like, me and you are gonna stay in the same room, buddy.
And I was gonna say, if that tiefling comes in and you do the hanky panky, I will have problems.
I will murder both of you in the sleep.
But you gotta put a sock on the doorknob. That's my understanding.
Worst roommate ever.
And it's not like I'm a bard, bro. Come on, give me some credit.
I mean,
bards
I'm
don't
pretty
have
sure
to
there is a
screw
reason why you're
everything.
called the Sun Scorched, and I think you're gonna be even a little more scorched by the end of it.
Called the Sun Scorched because descended
Because
from a
he's
line
a
of
ginger.
I know. I'm
I'm
like
a ginger.
kidding. Like I was trying to add like 3rd degree burns imagery there.
No, it's
Or
the
first or
golden
second.
scales. I have golden scaly skin.
Make sure his burnt penis. That's what Geppetto was saying.
Oh yeah. Picturing
Picture it.
my burnt
Oh,
way.
They really cooked that hot dog.
what is wrong with you, Howard?
It's a new kind of STD.
God,
It's called
no.
crispy pea.
Oh.
God.
Hey, it was Geppetto's idea. I'm not getting blamed.
Okay.
I'll put the blame on Howard anyways.
Yeah, you're the one over there going, picture it, picture it.
Don't worry,
No.
I'll share the blame too, Howard.
I kind of go up to my room and I'll
All right.
put down
Give-
like the majority of my heavy equipment.
You walk into your room, and it's just like there's just a bunch of chains that are locked up, and you undo the lock, and then the chains open up, and then there's just a chain hammock in there.
Interesting.
A chain hammock.
It'll be kind of uncomfortable, but it'll suit us for
Slightly.
the meantime.
Oh, and there's a pillow.
Made of chains.
No, just a pillow.
What?
Oh, made out of chains.
I thought everything was made of chains here.
There's a pillow and a hammock.
I
A pillow and a
Chains,
blanket.
but it's not made of chains.
It's enough that they could kill you in your sleep if they wanted to.
But then again, if you're a good kung fu master, you could turn around in that hammock and you could use those chains to block the blow.
Unless it's from a chitin, who will then control the chains, and you're
Which
just...
was my point.
Just-
Yes.
Constrict
There's enough
you in
there
your
for them to kill
cocoon
you in
of
your
death.
sleep if they want to.
I put down a bunch of the equipment that I'm carrying, which is a lot of heavy stuff, and just kind of take along the most useful that I might need within the city.
If we are sort of semi-private up here in our room area,
Hey, you each got your own room.
I will suggest that we convene in one of the rooms to
The rooms are
discuss.
tiny. You can't all fit in a room.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Yeah,
So it's
they're like closets.
a closet with a hammock in it.
Yes,
Then that was expensive.
it was expensive.
I
But you get
was-
your own room.
Continental breakfast of blood.
Actually, blood is the Wi-Fi password, but the O's are zeros.
Enjoy the chain breakfast burritos.
It's B100D.
And don't forget the exclamation point at the end.
No, it's got a tilde, man, because that's the most evil of keyboard symbols.
So Geppetto is gonna at least test his hammock, and he's just like, like kind of uncomfortable. It's like,
So
Oh.
cold.
The worst
Like-
thing is that the blanket keeps getting caught in the chains.
So it does have a
That's annoying.
blanket.
You should
Yeah,
try
has a blanket and a
lying
pillow.
crossways. That way your head and feet and butt are all at the same height. You know, since you're pretty short, you should fit crossways.
See, my plan was just to roll out a bedroll and wrap the chains around it so that it fits on the hammock, and sleep on that. Give it a little cushion.
Pretty smart plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll kind of set up my room in a little more, make it a little bit more fashionable.
Fashionable.
Oh yeah, I'm a former noble. I'm not gonna just deal with this. I have,
Hang pictures of fast cars on the walls and supermodels.
I was gonna say hang
a
posters
pinup
of like
picture.
pinup models.
Yeah, exactly.
Put a lamp on the nightstand that looks like an NFL helmet. You know?
with cheese and like Tostitos chips.
What?
And
I said it was a lamp. I
pull out a race car bed.
race.
Makes it hot, and so the cheese stays melty.
You haven't lived until you had sex in a race car bed.
Exactly.
Like she comes in, sees a race car bed, and just immediately does a 180 and leaves, not saying anything. It's like,
It
ouch.
has to be worth at least a couple questions, though. Come on.
I kind of want to upgrade to a race car bed now.
I came for the race car bed, but I stayed for the room. Which is just me going. Making
I like that
Okay.
you shifted gears.
Where are you all meeting then?
While we're all up here, yes, let's find a place that is at least semi-private where we can discuss our approach.
You can talk in the halls, I guess. That's fine. There doesn't seem to be anybody up there.
Well, I don't know
open to it.
if you all overheard, but somebody else besides that night hag was upset to find that their vendor did not have chains to sell.
What's a diamond chain?
It's possible that this might have to do with the reason that we're here. After all, making chains is a craft.
I'm against helping devils.
Yes,
Well-
well, this is an overarching problem with all of the planes.
Well, at least those that we were informed about, yes.
Make a wisdom check, Howard.
I can do that. In theory. Straight wisdom?
Yep.
Alright, and does it involve fiends?
Does it involve what?
Fiends?
Feed?
Fiends!
Sorry.
No.
Alright, so I take the advantage of it. So you
Right.
I
Never
don't know
mind.
shit.
Never mind.
I do not think of it.
He's just like,
I'm assuming that this has something to do with
You're
dwindling
useless.
resources.
Just useless.
I'm just too
don't
horrified
know.
at the idea that we're in a city full of fiends.
Yes.
I don't know who to attack!
Like you know, your feathers on your neck are just like splayed. It's like
Pretty
ah.
much.
The Lilindi,
He's got a rock.
they mentioned that there was a taint in these places that were besieging these realms. That I don't know how the taint or this corruption would affect the production of chain. But it is an interesting point that you bring up. There must be something going on here.
Yes,
So,
they mentioned that people were turning away from the arts, and as unappealing as I find chains, they are technically an art.
More of a craft than an art, I would assume.
I mean, is not craftsmanship artsmanship?
A certain level of it, yes.
Oh, my bed's not art.
That's for certain.
Don't you sleep in like?
Not
Never
metal.
mind.
Well, hold on. No, I did not hear that part.
I stopped and then said never mind.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, don't you like sleep in nests or something? Why don't you just like grab some wood or something?
you're so
I was
racist.
gonna jokingly say yes. Why, yes, I do sleep in tree stumps. Hollowed
No,
out
not
tree
you.
stumps.
Risk, because he's a bird.
He assumes the bird sleeps in a
Yes.
nest. Kind of
Yeah,
racist.
good luck
But I-
finding some
Uh,
twigs.
Some of my people do sleep in nests still, in mountains, but not made of metal.
Well, I didn't actually go through with it. I stopped myself short of saying nest and was like, you know what? Never mind.
I was born in a nest. That's where the egg was.
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
I assume. I don't remember it very clearly. I was very
I
small.
don't want to be rude to Riz. There's no reason for me to be like a dick about it.
I was born in a nest just like you were born in a tree being held by your monkey mom. It's all the same.
I was also in a nest in a clutch of eggs.
I was gonna say he was born from a lizard egg.
This is a riveting conversation.
My
DM's like,
hatchling-
shut up before I kill you all.
My bird mother is playing.
So I can make the assumption that the taint has something to do with the city itself dropping its crafts and arts, perhaps, or
It is
I mean-
what the Lilendi were concerned about.
well, if these two things are connected, then we're gonna need to do some more investigation and try to discover what the cause of this is, so that we can report back to the Lavindi.
So we walk through the bazaar. We ask the craftsmen why they're not making it, and we go see about the problem that they state.
all right, I'm
Yes.
open to it.
I think the Baron can help us with this. She seems to be quite knowledgeable.
I think you just want to get in her weird little red parts.
Come
I
now.
don't see any reason not to talk to
I am
her
perfectly
about it.
respectable and professional.
Well,
We'll
if she
see
has
that
any
it stays
information that she's
way.
willing to share, I mean, why not ask?
I'm sorry, Crystal. I can't hear you. You kind of cut out.
We'll see that it stays that way. Professional.
Of course.
Y'all know my character is actually kind of is into ladies and acts kind of lusty, but these are fiends.
Yeah.
Fiends.
She's not a fiend.
Just half fiend. It's all the same.
Ed, I'm glad I didn't play a tiefling. I was this close to choosing to play a tiefling at first.
Well, when I noticed there were no tieflings, I didn't see a problem with it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Well, she's extra hot.
He's hot-blooded.
That's what all the tieflings are. They're the smoke shows of D&D.
Yep.
Because ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
It used to be elves, but then along came tieflings, and so
Yeah,
she's
we're emo, but everyone hates us, and we have extra charisma.
Right?
They make the
I'm
best
so hot,
bards.
you hate me.
It doesn't make any sense.
she's not in the inn. She left.
Yeah, she just
Yeah.
showed us here.
She said to come visit her again later.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much later she intended, but
As we go shopping, I say it's just we at least go in pairs, if not all together.
should we go
Yeah.
and try to gather some information about the area?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
That's
not? Excuse me. Why
Well-
not visit some of the stalls that we passed by earlier?
I'm perfectly happy engaging with the people on the street or trying to pry information from anyone we might find around. I don't know if there is a tavern around, which is usually where I find people who are already a bit socially lubricated.
So we're splitting up then?
Well,
Well, if they
I
want a
will-
drinking contest, I'll bring it to them.
They have law here. We could probably go shopping without all staying together. But
Well, we're still in the
At least in
new,
pairs.
unfamiliar area. I think at least breaking off in pairs would work to our advantage.
2 and 3.
All right, so
Well-
who goes with who then?
Well,
I don't mind.
I am not very good at talking to people, but I'm pretty good at reading people.
Well, I'm pretty terrible at reading. No, I'm just like,
Well, I wouldn't mind catching a drink. So if anyone's planning to go with to the tavern, I'll go with them.
Fine, I'll go to the tavern with you. Us small people have to stay together.
All right, thank you, Iceling.
I guess I'm going to go shopping so I can talk to these craftsmen.
Okay. But how do you find a tavern?
Maybe we should ask the innkeeper.
All right.
At least.
You go down and ask the innkeeper about a tavern. Innkeeper says, alcohol's outlawed here.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well,
They only have milk. And it's tiefling milk.
And it's hot, served warm and curdled. Pennies in it.
That's actually how it
Weirdos.
comes out.
Yeah.
They found that people caused trouble when they were drunk, so they got rid of it.
Well,
Also,
that's fair.
this is technically this is hell. Do you think there'd be alcohol in hell for you to party with?
That's a good point, too.
good
That's a fair
question.
point.
That is a good question.
Oh no, Cenobites.
All right. So, Isling, since we already split off from the rest of the group, why don't we just go ahead and check the other stalls?
Sounds fair. Let's do that.
All right.
Okay, we can go back over to the map, and y'all can put yourself at whatever stall you want to go investigate.
Now, Sarah, I was curious about what was going on with this stall right here, especially with the hag. So, you want to visit this one first? You want to go down here?
No, we can go to that one. That's fine. The
All
first
right.
one.
So, let's go over here.
Okay.
Maybe us other three should visit down here where I heard this guy saying he didn't have his chains.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Okay. You go visit. We're going to start over here with these. And you notice the chain curtain is closed on this particular place, but you do see movement in the back.
You know, I think Geppetto will go ahead and at least try to call out to the shopkeep and ask if he's willing to chit chat for a little bit.
He opens
and
up
show us-
the thing and he says, "We're closed."
All right, and when do you think he might be open? Again.
When I get a new shipment.
Oh,
But no
okay.
one's making anything.
Oh, well, what's been going on lately? We're kind of new to the area.
I don't know.
Hmm?
They're all useless now.
Where were you getting them from?
There are craftsmen here. People who make the chain, repair the chain. Good people. Well, good people.
Could you point one of them out to us?
They live in other districts. You don't want to go to the Chitin district. They'll kill you.
Ah,
But
and that's where all the craftspeople are?
that's where some of them are. This is the merchant quarter, so this is where we sell. This is where they tolerate people like you here. Also people like me. But hey, it doesn't matter if you're in hell. Everybody's still gotta make a living.
That's fair. Yeah.
All right. Geppetto would nod in agreement. All right. And what was it that you did sell previously, when you still had shipments coming to you?
What's any business to you?
Just wondering what you did sell. Hoping to become a patron.
Tell him you're a mystery shopper.
I write reviews.
Make a persuasion check.
Almost.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh man.
He says, "Sure you are." He closes the chain and goes and turns his back.
I turned to Isling. Well, I got nothing for this one.
Yeah, I saw that. All right, shall we go to the next stall?
So,
might as well.
over here,
Mm-hmm.
these guys are walk up to this other tiefling, and there's that cultist that's haggling with him over a bag of stuff, and he's like, I can't go higher than 50 gold pieces. Well, then you can't have what's in this bag. You know, I'm the head priest of a very powerful Beta Zoo. If you get on the bad side of him, well, there'll be a lot more trouble calling. Yeah, and he'll have to deal with those chitons over there, too. So, can your Beta Zoo that you worship outfight 50 chitons?
Your powerful Batsa can't afford 50 gold?
What's in this bag is worth more than 100 gold pieces. He growls.
What's in the box?
Yeah, really.
Oh, God.
So the priest goes, fine. 75 gold pieces. You're funny. You're a funny guy. 80 gold pieces. Alright, 80 gold pieces. Puts down the money. Grabs his bag. He kind of storms off. What can I do for you two?
3?
We're shopping.
Oh,
Let's
3.
see what you sold.
I sell rare magical components. Things that you can only find here in Bator.
So that may have been a bag of double duck. Okay.
They're ground devil bones. Lots of magic in those.
Ooh, I was close.
What did he call it? Bedator?
Bator.
Buttor.
But Tor? What?
So, what are you looking for, Basher?
Is there a clothing stall anywhere?
He points up here and says, this person sells food and spices. He points back here and says that, here, let me do a shift click. Says these people sell weapons. Back over here, this person sells live animals. And over here, these guys, that's the law.
That's the jail.
They
You can
sell
That's where you buy
law.
cops.
And this guy over here sells replacement chain and textiles, though he's all out. Nobody's making them. In fact, it's really hard to get anybody to make anything around here. I need special items that are handcrafted for certain magical people. And you know what? I have to beat my craftsmen to get anything out of them. And you know what? I used to be really good at it. I'm losing my touch. You know, there's an art to torturing people. And my goodness, I think I've lost it. I've lost the will to torture. You know what that feels like? Useless!
No.
Useless! I think I'm depressed.
You don't have the urge to do nice things, do you?
What'd you say?
You don't have the urge to do nice things, do you?
No. I do nice things when I get what I want.
I want to know if there was an effect over the city making doubles nice, which would be hilarious, but probably bad.
That would just be silly.
What more do you know about these, this ennui that seems to be capturing your, craftsmen?
You know, if I would know any better, I think the Chitons are behind it. They seem to like it.
Like that no one's able to sell their wares?
They like that
nobody has the will to craft anything.
That nobody has the will to stand up to them.
Well, if you're miserable, the Chitons are going to like it. They are devils.
Some people have been looking into it, but they seem to go missing after the Chitons have a talk with them, so you might want to keep all of this to yourselves.
Good to know. Well, I appreciate your time.
Okay, both
We
of you
won't,
have talked to one vendor each.
Yep.
If y'all want to go to another vendor or talk to each other first, y'all will have to do that next week. Oh my God!
no,
It's 8
long already.
It's 8 o'clock, guys. For me, it's way later for you.
That's surprising. Yeah, that
It's
was
like 9 o'clock here.
We started at 6:30.
Oh, we start at 6:30.
Yeah.
We have another half an hour to go.
Yeah.
Could you, Corey?
False
That's why we're
alarm.
confused. We're like, what?
I'm so used to doing things on the hour. Now that we're doing it at a half hour, I'm out of
It's
sorts.
super confusing.
Also, here in Alaska, the sun is a lie, and so I never know what really the time is.
Yeah, like last night, I dozed off watching something, and when Corey and I woke up, he was like, "Is it time to go to bed? It's not that late." And I look at the clock, and I'm like, "It's 11:30."
It's 11:30. The sun's right there.
Yeah.
Like, what you gonna do?
Gotta be weird.
It's summer solstice in 2 weeks.
So, yeah, we can keep going. So, do y'all want to get back together and discuss what you talked about, or do you just want to go to a different stall?
I want to go to the Spice Lady, I guess.
I think we should chat. I mean, if they're not gonna meet up with the others, I'll try to find our small people.
They're like 15 feet away from you.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll
Yeah,
we'll
we're
we'll
very-
meet up and see what if they learned anything.
Hmm?
I mean, it shouldn't take more than a couple minutes to exchange the little bit of information we got.
Right.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to this lady and see what kind of help she was after.
Step away
Welcome
from
back.
a second.
Like this?
Welcome back, she says. What was your name again?
Hyrule.
Ah, Hyrule.
The sun
I
is
say with a,
scorched.
I was gonna say a fanged, but I guess a toothy smile.
So, you think about what I said?
Indeed. We're looking for information, and you seem the best equipped to provide it.
You got something in particular in mind?
Well, from what I was informed by the gentleman working this stall, perhaps the information I'm looking for is best kept out of out of earshot from the Chitons.
Everything's best kept out of the earshot of the Chitons.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking for help and I'm looking for information. Perhaps we can coordinate this in more detail back at the inn.
She looks around. I don't see any Chitons here.
And remember, there's literally no room other than the hammock in your room.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, chicka, wow, wow.
I meant literally like inside of the inn, where like the ground floor of the inn. But if she's feeling bold, and I'm gonna take her kind of nonchalance or non-worry that they're not within earshot, and go, all right, then maybe we can work out a deal. The information I'm looking for, there seems to be some kind of pallor around this place. I understand that we're in hell, but from the look of it, and from what it sounds like, many people are losing their spark for inspiration.
Cutter, did I hear tell that you didn't even know you were in hell?
Oh, well,
I actually do kind of scoff at that one. That's pretty funny.
It is fairly obvious at this point, but I didn't know what to expect when we first arrived. We weren't given much information about this place.
Wow.
In his defense,
The basher that
portal we came through was unique.
The basher that sent you here, man, he took you for clueless. I don't know if I need your help anymore.
I look at her and I say, or maybe they just knew that I was competent enough to handle whatever they threw at me.
Touché. So, you're wanting to know about what's going on around here with, I guess, the closing of the shops?
Yeah.
Something to do with the chitons. Look. The chitons? This all started when the chitons put up some sort of mystery prisoner here in a tower called Panis Quintel. This prisoner, the chant is, he possesses forbidden secrets of Bator. And the chitons, well, they're pulling that secret out. And if they get full mastery over it, I think it's over for all of us. So, how about you say we make a little alliance here? You and your group, you come help me grab this prisoner, get it out of the clutches of the chitons. You get the information you need about what the chitons are doing to everybody here in Jingling Hitter, and I pay you 1,000 gold pieces apiece. Is that enough jink to get your attention?
Considering the heavy risk, I think we have a pretty good deal we've worked out here. I look over to Riss. What do you think?
I suppose we take the deal. You can tell he's not into the idea, but he doesn't see a better idea.
I'm sure you'll get plenty of information about anything that's happening in this city. You go after those chitons. Mind you, we gotta do this smart. Right?
Of course.
Problem is we have to go through Chiton District. We'll have to keep to the shadows. Don't suppose any of you are good at that.
You might know one
Well,
or two people.
now that you mention it, we got a few with us that are quite skilled at being unobtrusive, let's say.
The good news is Chiton District isn't as busy on the street as the Merchant District. So perhaps a stealthy person can scout ahead a little and tell us which way to go. Otherwise, things might get really dangerous.
I think I know just the person. Give me some time to talk to my crew, and we'll set it up.
All right. She leans back against the chain wall.
Okay.
The Chitin already know our plan. They could hear everything from the chains.
Yes, there was literally one standing right next to us the whole time.
He
I like the idea if
was
there's
the
a chain in the
wall.
area, they can just hear what the chain would hear.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like
Yeah, that's what I was implying.
it's like Attack on Titan. You know, the Chitins actually make up everything.
They don't just control the chains. They're
They are the
inside
chains.
I guess we'll head back over to them, but I'm sure they could have a little conversation before we get back.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
assume that there was a conversation between Bronwyn, like Aisling and
Blah
I.
blah blah. Everybody's losing their
Geppetto.
inspiration. Even just people who are performing artists.
Interesting. But we have no idea who's doing it, huh?
You have an
I mean,
idea.
Everybody's blaming it on the Chitins.
Great. That's fantastic.
Well, this mission does seem more and more like riskier and riskier the further we investigate. But well, we're in here for the long haul.
Shall we check in with the rest of our group?
I would say so.
Yep.
It's not like anyone's gonna offer us 1,000 gold or anything.
Ha ha ha.
Like he's just making an offhanded, like Geppetto was just making an offhanded, like snarky comment.
You're
It's like
you're being
like we gotta
meta and
make
breaking
anything
the
out of
fourth wall.
Stop that,
This
you!
is dramatic irony. Situational irony.
Yeah, I would
Anyways,
say so. It's like, and then Hyrule comes up and it's like, "Hey, we were offered this
yep,
much."
Hyrule and Reese come on up, and they'll fill you in on the details of what they just did.
We still roleplay it, or have you already said it?
However you want to do it. If you want to roleplay it, you can roleplay it. Otherwise, you can just say, it happened.
I mean, we are a role-playing group, so
I think
Alright,
it
so what-
happened?
What'd you guys find out?
They have a prisoner in a tower. It looks like the prisoner might be the reason people are losing interest in torturing and other fun things.
Really?
I get the impression that this person has some kind of mystical ability that the Chitin want, and they might be using whatever they've gleaned from him through whatever means they have to put a pallor on the city to keep
Since-
things more organized.
I'm sensing a theme here. I guess we should go break him out. I mean, chains are meant to be broken.
It's a
Yeah,
shame
sounds
that
right.
the bad guys don't want to be bad.
It requires some subtlety, and we will be standing up against these chain demons or chain devils.
So you guys need somebody to sneaky to scout ahead and figure out how to get to the prisoner?
Well, yes.
Or at
I imagine
least
you're
to make
fairly well
sure
suited
that
for that.
I've
we
been around a
can
prison or
also
two in
get
my
there
time.
without being caught.
That's
We
the,
can
the
paint you
important
red
part.
and put some horns on your head.
Yeah, don't worry, I'm pretty good at staying in the shadows and out of sight. It's one of the nice things about being small.
I agree, Bronwyn. The rest of us will need to make sure that we are prepared to make our way without being seen.
something tells me I'm probably going to be turning into a cockroach more often than I expected.
Could, well,
I
yeah,
don't-
sounds like
now
it.
that you mention it, I don't know that I've seen any insects around.
I was going to say we should all look around and see what kind of animals there are around here.
That would
Something
be
that wouldn't be
wise. I wouldn't
noticed.
want to draw any attention if I were to transform.
Seems strange there wouldn't be bugs in hell.
It does. There should
Seems
at the
like there
very
should be
least
plenty of those.
mosquitoes.
Just as a giant like cockroach walks by, but it's like walking on two legs.
Wearing a hat.
What was the thing from
Hell
Doom
should
Patrol?
be full of insects and roaches.
The cockroach cardinal or something.
Right.
Ezekiel?
Corey,
the
could I
cockroach
turn into a
prophet?
hell-
Yeah, the cockroach prophet, Ezekiel.
He
I don't
comes.
think hellhounds are beasts, so therefore you cannot.
What about imps?
Definitely not beasts.
Yeah, they're all fiends.
All right, and like, what would be considered a beast in the Jingling City that I could transform into? Like anything that I could observe? Like, can I roll a perception
We
check to see if I
all
find
roll
some sort of like
perception
a small
to look
animal?
around here. Right?
Sure.
Oh yeah, they're I'm assuming that the rest of the group discussed about the person that or the merchant that was selling the animals in cages, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a merchant selling animals in cages.
Maybe I could take a look at the animals.
All right. You go and turn the corner to check out the animal in the cages. Go move yourself down to where you think the animals are.
Like here, I would assume.
Okay.
Oh, too far?
I was gonna make a comment, but I'm not smart enough.
There
I
are
feel it.
eggs, and there are things that look like that you thought were chickens. They are not chickens.
Are they cockatrices?
They're partially on fire.
Fire chickens!
And
they're
they're-
phoenixes!
They have black feathers, and they're partially on fire.
Pre-cooked.
They're definitely not beasts that you can transform into.
God.
I will quietly mention to Geppetto, I don't think there are any normal animals here. But if you feel the need to scout an animal form, you could probably just pick an insect of some kind and not be noticeable enough that anyone would care that you don't quite match.
That would be true. Unless a crazy insect collector would try to chase me down. We'll have to see. Perhaps a dragonfly would work.
Can you do
Oh,
that?
let's reconvene with the rest of the group and just make a plan from this point on. Smoking chickens. Interesting.
Meanwhile, I've wandered over to the Spice Girl. And since we're in hell, I'm assuming she's Scary Spice.
Spice Girl.
And you hear her like jamming out to a pop song, trying to come up with dance moves. She's in her own little world.
I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really
Really
want.
Interesting merchant.
Chains.
Chainmail bikinis. Get your chainmail bikinis.
So you go back up and talk to Gibbern again?
Again? Have we talked to
No,
the Spice Girl?
he wants to go to this person. We
Oh,
never.
that
I'm actually
person.
already there.
Okay.
Sweet.
She says, hello. What can I get for you?
I want to see your wares.
She opens her hands. I have spices. I have tubers. I have things harvested from the great swamp. The swamp of... blah, blah, blah. What's the swamp called?
Eternal stench.
I have
Smell
gadgets and gizmos.
died.
I have gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I have who's it's and what's it's galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20.
Who cares?
No big deal.
I want
You
more.
Want more.
I'll sound drunk.
What?
I know, you're just like chilling and singing Disney songs late at night. Sound like drunks.
Chilling
sound
like
like
a
drunks.
villain.
Disney drunks, which are
He
12-year-olds
started
who are
it.
drunk.
Ah, yes. The infinite bog of Minaros.
Minaros?
Infinite bog of Minaros.
So, are these for spells?
You eat them.
Ugh.
You're an aphrodisiac.
She pulls out a mushroom and puts it in your face.
I'll try
Is
the
this
mushroom.
a free sample?
Okay. It's
Hope so, because I already ate it.
it tastes horrible. It's the worst tasting mushroom you've ever had.
Nailed it. I've got a story for a sense. Thanks.
She pulls it back and says, "That wasn't a free sample."
Worth it!
You can have it back in a second. Give me a moment.
I can just see the scene.
Ah. Won't come up. Oh no, it's gonna go through me. Oh.
Like,
Oh,
well,
why? Why? I look at her like tears in my eyes. Why?
hey, you're the one who ate it.
You're
I look around. I know. I can see like 10 feet away is one of the demon lemures. So, how much?
copper piece.
Toss her the copper.
Next
It's not
time-
over it.
Next time, I suggest boiling it and then seasoning it with this. And she points to a spice.
Uh,
Well, you did
Smell
just
the
buy that
spice.
mushroom, so maybe take the rest of it with you.
And she gives you a small little bag of the mushrooms.
how much for the spice?
3 copper for that bag. The bag is
Okay.
like this, like that.
Okay. I will buy the bag of spice to go with it.
Okay.
I marked off the copper, and I'll add bag of spice, bag of mushrooms.
When you eye the demon, she says, "I wouldn't get too close to those. They'll tear your head off."
Lovely.
And you see her look behind you as a chain devil kind of passes Iceling, doing a little patrol of the area.
Okay. I'll be glad my eyes are somewhat on the sides of my head. Just keep an eye on him. Aha! Parrot for the win.
What would if
Iceland-
Reese was based off of a certain species of bird? What kind
Eagles. They look
Eagles.
like eagles, in my
Okay.
opinion.
Iceling, I want you to make a I think it's a willpower saving throw, a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom?
Make a wisdom
of? Yeah,
saving
you,
throw.
you just had one of those chain demons pass you by on patrol.
Right. As this thing walks past you, it looks down at you. And underneath, you look up at it and try and see what's underneath all of the chains. And you swear that this was a guy you did a job with like a month back that was caught and hanged for the job you were pulling off, but you got away.
Uh-oh.
Is this the reason she joined the party?
He looks down at you, but then looks back up and just keeps walking.
You're pretty sure when he looked down at you, he was staring right at your breasts the whole time. So rude.
Like, hello, my eyes are 6 inches higher.
Well,
But
considering
they're still down here, because she's all down here.
considering I left him to get executed, I'm glad he kept walking. I'm just like,
Awkward.
yeah, a little bit.
What was that?
I think I know that guy, except he's supposed to be dead. I look around and I go, I guess technically he is.
I can only assume that he wasn't the most gentlemanly of sorts if he's ended up here.
Well, they did execute him.
What did he do?
Just kind of gives you a shrug, you know.
Stuff and things.
He stuffed too much down his pants. And now he's all made of metal ants.
Ants do make changes.
Geppetto
We're
has
tuning
to
in.
rhyme, even if it doesn't make sense.
So, Howard, you can write down that you have Minoris mushrooms and cursed salt.
Cursed
First
salt.
mushrooms and cursed salt. All right. I will
Couldn't
put
be
that on
regular
there.
salt. It had to be cursed salt.
You know, from here, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I swear, if like Reese uses that as pocket sand, I'm gonna lose it.
What?
These
Like,
spell
here, have some
mushrooms,
cursed salt in your eyes.
Minoris shrooms. I'm just gonna make up the spelling if you don't want to tell me.
Minoris is... How do you spell Minoris?
Like, I'm still gonna have it.
Minauros. Minoris.
I'm still gonna have that image of Reese, like, you know, coughing and gagging,
Yes.
like the rest of the evening.
You're welcome.
It's gonna stay with me for a while.
So, what is everybody done doing their shopping and their checking and their...
I think so.
I would say so for now, since we are so close to finishing up our extra half an hour.
We
Mm-hmm.
is slightly meta, but should we go back to leave Hell and then come back to Hell so that we can gather Helen's character, or how's that going to work? Because
I'm assuming that
we didn't leave her alone on the staircase.
No.
Like, I'm assuming that she's coming with us, but, you know, not like her player is not here with us in spirit.
Well, we can
So-
kind of end the game here, and maybe, between games, if she's here for the next game, we can say that you told Gibaras that, or Gibaran that you have one more person to grab, and you go grab her and then come back, and then you can go with her to do the mission. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay. So we'll end it here. I don't think... I don't know. Did people do their
I didn't use my inspiration, so it's a moot
their
point for me.
personality stuff?
I still need my inspiration back.
Crystal, you need to play your character better.
It's actually funny that we're in a city made of chains because there's literally a thing on my character sheet about chains.
Really? What's
I
that?
heard kink.
You know what? In the next game, I think I'm gonna
No,
get.
her It, like, literally her thing is chains are meant to be broken because she
Oh.
believes in freedom.
And you said that. Get your
I
inspiration
did.
back.
Thank you.
And then the next game, like probably after once everything is said and done, I'm curious about those chickens on fire. Maybe I'll get one as a pet. It'll be fun.
And Geppetto.
You weirdo.
You know,
Hold on, what'd you say,
really,
Corey?
I don't like those. I feel like the choices that they give you for your personality traits and stuff are really restrictive.
You can always make up your own. But that's it. That's all I see for getting back inspiration this game. It's hard for Geppetto too, because everything is working against him here.
It really is.
Yeah, this is the worst place for him.
Exactly the opposite.
It lets
But
her
hey-
out in, like the swamps of this place.
The faster you do this mission, the faster you get out of here, and the faster you can go to the next place.
And I'll have a smoky pet fire chicken afterwards.
They're called Hellcocks.
Ah! It's like
That's
come at
what
me
she
and you'll
said.
face
And
the
don't forget
wrath
to
of my
level up your character
hellcock.
before. Don't forget to level up your character before the next game.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
don't. You'll
Can
need to
we do
be.
that after we
I
finish the
mean-
stream.
What was that? We all level up our characters?
No.
All right.
You'll,
There's very little to do
That's
for
what I
level
heard.
4.
if you're not level 4, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage for this game. Anyways, I'll see everybody next week.